Hello! Okay, yes, I am in fact back. So yeah, going for a little bit of a different setup this time. Trying to see if some of this stuff's actually worth it. In fact, probably... I don't exactly want to equip armor, but probably like equip shield or something. Or hell, actually, you know what? No. Magic defense up is probably the way to go. And then I probably need to get some of this rubber stuff off the other folks. Because that rubber stuff seems really good. Yeah, there we go. So, get your rubbers off? Yeah, exactly. That's... exactly. Alright, equip shield. Feel like that'll probably be a little bit better. Alright. So just make her pretty much immune to casters. That sounds pretty good here. See, for you, we can do the whole angel, everything else combo. Although... it might cut his attack a good bit. It's not... melee attacks aren't decided as far as speed scaling goes, right? So like when he's doing 300 something with his spear, that's actually the spear, not necessarily because he's so fast, right? What do you mean it's in the subtext? Physical. So... like, I know jump power is decided by speed, and it feels like he's getting 40-something extra, which doesn't feel necessarily worth it anymore. But if I'm going basically invincible on him, then I can probably afford to give the Maximilian to somebody else. Oh! Cancels Holy? Okay. Yes. Very yes. Wait, jump power is not determined by speed? Oh, okay. Well, then forget it. He's just invincible then. Out of curiosity, why is it that that bards can wear robes, but dancers can't? So jump is just weapon power, and 50 plus 50% if you have a spear. Oh. Well, crap, I've been doing that completely wrong this entire time then. Alrighty, and back. Sorry about that. Let's see. Their physicals, why do they need robes? Because I feel like wearing them. I don't know. Realistically, there's no logical answer to that. Yeah, that could be worth it. In fact, yeah, I think I want to change out both their loadouts here. Magic attack up doesn't. What'll that do for singing and stuff? Actually, come to think of it, does train work with dances? I've never tried that. Actually, for that matter, if he has a flux on him, will that make him sing faster? Because he's technically slowed, but isn't singing based off speed? So your train only works with attack command, not abilities? Okay. Well, that would have been cool. Like, okay. So technically, Faith doesn't affect what he does then. So he'd be permanently slowed. But again, his singing... would that be affected by his speed? Singing is not based off speed, no charge time is... I mean, like, would Flux help him? Because I know Innocent shouldn't affect what he does, so he should still be able to scale off his MA stat. And then he'd get a bunch more speed, which I would figure would make him sing faster? Okay, Flux won't help him at all? Okay. Worth checking. Alright, so we'll just go with Null and all this kind of stuff for him. She needs to be kind of up there in the front. Then again, that shield might be better than all the armor anyway. So I'm better off just giving him the Maximilian back. Okay, Grand is just a flat upgrade for him, and he's functionally invincible. I wonder. She gets... Okay, so bear with me. Flux, Cursed Shield, Ribbon. Like, that should probably do some stuff, right? Then again, I don't think I have a Ribbon. But still. Those three should potentially make a very fast recovering Undead Dancer, I would think. Oh, Ribbon broke, but yeah, that'd be pretty awesome. Okay, gonna have to give that a try if I can get another one. Alright, and this cancels confusion but gets rid of some speed. Nah, I think we're alright. Yeah, and a weird bit of irony, I feel like now that I have all these fancy bits of armor, it's kind of dropping off. Like, I feel like maybe the armor could be a little bit stronger to some degree. I mean, it's still doing stuff, everything's still doing its job, so I guess maybe not. Maybe just ignore me on that. Okay, voyage. I was just saying that as far as the armor is concerned, it feels like comparatively the light clothing is a bit more useful, but I guess technically speaking, it's not really costing them anything time-wise or anything, so it's fine. Alright, and back. Sorry about the random awkward silence. Was finishing drinking my lunch. There's some nice, tasty, allegedly veggie created powder stuff. Anywho. Alright, we got a caster fight this time. And it's these guys again. Alright, so I'm just going to call this one the opera singer, because she really, really, really looks like an opera singer to me. Alright, let's move you up front. Yeah, it's kind of amazing to me with how good the dancer... What? Oh, she's probably using a raise or something on him. In which case, hopefully he can jump, she can cast, dodging can happen, etc. That's the nice part about them taking their turns first. So, well, from 200 to 130 from overclose. Well, that's what I mean. Like, comparatively speaking, everyone's getting in... Like, even the casters are in the 500s at this point, so... At 70 health isn't really... Well, it might do it. Just not necessarily super high up there. Which, again, doesn't really matter too much, because it's perfectly fine balance-wise. Doesn't need to be any higher. Alright, you go ahead and damage split that 25%. And I think enough should have stuck out of that, but yeah, no, she's toast. She is the toast. Alright, last song. I seriously would rename all of the Bard songs after Blind Guardian songs if I could. Wanted to see her Lancer get one shot. Well, no, because he's technically going to come back to life. He can die infinitely. Oh, full cure. That's what he was doing. Nifty. Road. Road. Yeah, that guy's annoying. That guy's giving everyone some coffee. Oh, please don't tell me that. I really hope she doesn't just haste just fast enough to dodge out of the drop here. And seriously, that is Kingsfield music. Bow. Full cure is OP in the undead floor. True, true. You started charging after you already jumped. Please let Summoner be RIP. Thank you. Rude. Apparently she got protected at some point. Oh, no, he was getting the damage bonus, that's what it was. Although slow really doesn't seem to affect her dancing speed, so honestly I don't care that much. Friggin' Julia. I don't know what it is about the general strut that summoners have that always make it really annoying when they're super resilient. Road! Hello there, Nibble. How's things? Can I have turns now? She just wants to heal. I know she wants, but she wants to heal my zombie super dead-like. Can I have turns now, please? Give me turns. Also, wait a second, I thought... Bah. Way more better with low quality? Oh, the, I know what you mean. The general stream quality? Excellent. We got some quicks. Perfect. Well, guess what? You wanted to kill the zombie, but then the zombie killed you. RIP. Enjoy the ground. And this guy wanted to frogify this guy, and he thinks it would be hilarious if he was on the ground instead. So there we go, problem solved. It's almost like last song is friggin' amazing. Actually, it's funny how in TO they tried to rebalance a lot of the skills from this. Like, for example, last song came back as Paradigm Shift. The hell? I guess she's got nothing to dance to, so she's all confused. Anywho, so it came back as Paradigm Shift, and yeah, long story short, it was a 60% chance in a 5-tile area to reset the turns of whoever was there. And yeah, ridiculously OP. I guess they thought that if they lowered the effect range of the ability, that it would suddenly be a lot better. But then they just gave it to basic casters halfway through the game. It's like, yeah, you kind of also gave the ability to just buy scrolls for this, which you could just abuse the hell out of. So you functionally had the ability for everyone to suddenly use the equivalent of last song at the drop of a hat with 60% success rate. Not to mention had the ability to reset their turn, so you could just functionally give anybody infinite turns forever, and that's... You are a dickhead! Come on! What are you doing? Stop breaking my stuff! By the way, I will say I would greatly appreciate if somehow the priority on item breaks went down a little bit. See, last time I got blasted by Ultima Meteor and then Zodiac, but this, yeah, no, that was complete and utter overkill. Like, at that point, they might as well just launched a nuke. It was, not even a chance. Just complete and utter no mercy type status going on. Like, actually, you know what? We probably should have played the No Mercy music from Command & Conquer. But you know what? I'm just gonna pull that up in the background just in case it starts happening again. There we go. No mercy. Actually, I need to pull up my map again. Where are you, map? Here you are. Yeah, that first tile should have been it. Did I take off his movement ability or something? No. It should have been one of them or this one. Huh? I'm quite confused right now. Because those were the two tiles that showed that they can be the way forward. Actually, no, you know what it is? It's probably one of the ones that's hidden on the other side of the map that I can't see! That makes sense. There we go. Got the music pulled up in the background in case we need it. Should clip it? Totally should. For when overkill just isn't enough. You need to completely vaporize somebody at point-blank range. That's when you call in the A-team. And apparently that's these Chuckle Boys over here. Alright, so we're doing pretty strong here. Crunch. Crunch. I'm gonna have to rename his build to the Captain Crunch. Do you know about what happened in New Zealand 2 days ago? Are we talking about the plane thing? Or no, that was Zimbabwe, I think, that the plane went down. No, I'm unfamiliar with it, more than likely. What did I miss? More than likely, very many things, but, you know. Blair. Oh, you might be screwing yourself here, buddy. A, blocked, because friggin' evasion build. B, y'all about to have a bad time. Fell asleep and woke up in a stream I've never been in before. Well, hello there, Pro Cow. Well, you see, this is clearly Armored Core 6. It finally came out. They just kind of announced it last night. As you can see, they redid some of the mechanics a little bit. Oh, plane was Ethiopia. Well, then I was given wrong information. I thought it was like Nicaragua or something. Then I was told it was Zimbabwe. Now it's apparently Ethiopia. I don't know. The plane went down somewhere. Point being, apparently the Super 8s or whatever they're called are just like grounded worldwide now. So, because apparently they had an AI bug that made them fly straight into the ground, which is just, how does that even happen? So you have to be careful where you fall asleep. Exactly. Sometimes you wake up, it's your turn, and then you're immediately told to go like flare a frog. It's weird. Such things happen. Get wrecked. This is why you never interrupt a singer. Like, I like to think he... Yes! Got Zodiac. Alright, I don't know how to turn the music off in the game because I don't think it has an option, but... Now we've got the perfect time to use this. There we go. Get that No Mercy music going. Oh, wait. Actually, wait a minute. It was from this one, wasn't it? Yeah, it was this one. Maybe if I just turn it up loud enough, it'll be less obnoxious. There we go. That should be nice and ear-grating for you. You have to currently be a summoner to learn it? Well, poo. There we go, we gotta have the Zodiac music. And that's enough of that. Okay. Moving right along, let's go get Mr. Ramza back on his feet. Yeah, dude, Command and Conquer's amazing. It's so goofy, I love it. Like, it's weird, because by the sounds of all the music and everything, you'd think it'd be some bizarre friggin' propaganda or some crap. It's like, no, it's goofy fun. That's the point. Now, really though, the two exits it shows are right there, so I guess we'll go over here. Magical Super Summoner over here refuses to die, so we can't really do anything with her. Let's see here. This boy thinks he's all fast. We'll go ahead and crush his hopes and dreams in a moment. Actually, we can go do that right now, because he doesn't have the damage to kill off the other two, despite his damage being insane. He's Nibius. There's 5 possible exits? Yeah, so the funny part is, the best map that I've found still doesn't show half the map. Like, it doesn't show both sides. It's like this whole entire area over here just isn't on it. So, it could very well be over here. I'm using the one that... Nah, that wasn't it. using the one from Return to Evolus, apparently it's called. Though, yeah, the maps are a little bit iffy sometimes. Let me see if I can find some better ones somewhere. Yeah, some of them are just plain goofy with how they decided to present them. See, someone raided a Muslim church again? Wow. Seriously? Yeah, that... In the U.S., like, the whole reason it's happening in the U.S. is because we have a bunch of, well, complete a-holes that kind of made that a thing now. There's a bunch of people trying to set up a whole, like, oh, it's a whole holy war kind of thing going on, and, yeah. It's dumb. One of them decided to stream everything on Twitter and Facebook and go in there. What? Wow. What the absolute crap is that? Oh my god, how the hell did I miss this? Man, people are dickbags, really. But that's the messed up thing. The whole okay. So you know how all over the world there's been a lot of that crap lately, and I've seen a lot of theories flying around and all that kind of thing. Honestly, personal opinion, the most plausible one I've heard is it's like in every one of these cases, it's usually like the folks that are going and promoting a lot of this crap just like conveniently happen to have a whole bunch of, you know, like, oh, there's just conveniently a bunch of Russian investors over here. Isn't that just magically convenient? Oh, yeah, I'm assuming the video's gone by now. I mean, well, it's the internet. It's never gone, but still. Man, that's... God, that's... I don't even know what to say, man. That's well beyond messed up. Oh, so they got around. Like, I would assumed if they were making videos and stuff, that they wouldn't have even allowed themselves to be captured. By the way, on a quick let's get off the downer train for a moment. Note with this map in particular, is there another fight you want me to test, or should I be looking for the exit? Yeah, there are more to test there? Okay. Sorry, trying to look at the map here real quick, see if I can figure out where maybe some of the other exits are. Looks like there should be an item right here. Yeah, that's a real downer, man. Oh, what item? Robolords, apparently. Don't want to give a bad vibe to live. Suppose so. Suppose so. Yeah, normally gotta keep up my standard stupid vibes. I mean, like, as far as... just a random side note as far as all that goes. Really, the most plausible thing I've heard as far as all of this suddenly happening nationwide was... like, it's just conveniently the same topic, you know? The same relative flavor of, like... suddenly a bunch of really, really nationalistic psychos come in charge. Suddenly there's a bunch of Russian investors behind it. Suddenly a bunch of really dumb crap happens all over the place. And it's like, I know, jumping to conclusions and all that, bad idea, but I don't know, it seems logical to just assume at this point that it's Mr. Bond villain himself maybe doing some stuff. Like, I don't know. It seemed like the most reasonable assumption I've seen for all of that happening at once. Because it's not exactly an unprecedented thing by any means. Like, that's literally something they've been doing for hundreds of years now, so... it wouldn't be anything new. But, oh well. Okay. So we've got the item boxes. I don't see any other exits on this particular map. Now, explain to me, seriously, what the logic is of coming up with a map, having it be the main map, and then only ever listing 2 of the 5 exits. Why would you do such a thing? Like, at least show the other end of it, you know? Alright, we could probably just leave Thermidor here. Mr. Bond villain is doing his own hokey shenanigans outside of this. Like, I want to point out, like, I know it's not directly a... Okay, it's easier to say it's more of a side effect. Because, as you've seen in recent years, we've had a lot of that as well. It's usually, just as soon as a nationalistic element pops up, it's usually something along the lines of like, okay, we gotta go fight a thing right now, and yeah, that's where all that comes. Whoa, hello! Somebody's got a lot of good stuff in here, including Runic Persuasion. Nice. Like, as far as I can tell, his whole shtick is just, go and weaken places, which, is their actual goal. And if a side effect happens to cause some chaos in the meantime, well, all the more convenient. Alrighty. And we got another map pulled up here. Yeah, there we go. This map looks better. And it uses the same exact picture. What? Alright. Time for you to go explore the outer perimeter here. No. I'm not saying that, like... Okay, what I'm trying to say for that one is just basically... You're gonna have people that, that are always kind of off in the fringes and whatever else that will be interested in that kind of, kind of behavior. So every now and then you'll have folks, like, for example, if they suddenly feel empowered by something, that's where the whole thing of, like, there's a danger in empowering certain groups, like neo-Nazis and crap, then, you'll essentially see those people just suddenly coming out of the shadows and going and doing whatever they feel like doing. Which oftentimes, like, as soon as stuff gets peaceful, usually there's just kind of an overall feeling like, oh yeah, we're just over-worrying, it wouldn't happen, we're past all that, and then it just happens again. It's like, it's literally been just all of history is that exact thing. Like, nationalistic element pops up, and it either goes really well or really bad. Usually really bad. So you must be in jail. Well, yeah. But just point is, that's something that's always going to be off in the background. There's really no doing anything about it. The idea is usually just for a better society to exist that generally prevents that sort of thing from, from being something that would be something anyone would really consider doing. because they would just immediately see themselves as the bad guy. But as soon as there's an opportunity for somebody to think like, you know, oh look, I'm going to go be a hero because such and such person is suddenly here and they're making, you know, certain things acceptable. Anyway. Okay, so I know. We were saying to drop those topics or whatever. Let's talk about other things. Forks. Let's talk about forks. Forks are great. Use them for food. Use them for biting stuff. It's good. It's good stuff. I mean, like sometimes you can even use them for like cutting a chicken nugget in half, and then it's like, hey, my child now has 2 pieces of chicken nugget instead of just one. It's like, man, that's awesome. Okay, just so you know, by the way, the nationalistic thing typically just means, like, a fervor of some description. Like, nationalistic or religious is, like, they're about the same. It's just a different thing above their head that they're excited about. Not sure what I want to do about this guy, but I will. Yeah, sporks are fantastic, Mr. Cow. That's a good point. No, they got McCloud. Can I smack this guy with a harp? No, that would kill him. What about... Let's see, he's gonna get the Lich off. What does Horror do again? What's that brave level? Let's just leave it. Whatever. Keep on singing. Keep Stop Fall happy. If you like cars, what's your favorite? My favorite is a crappy old beat-up rusty Ford Taurus. And back. All sorts of things arriving today, apparently. Let's see. KFC perfected the spork. I don't know. Taco Bell's got some competition for them, or at least they used to. Those crappy sporks that would bend better than Play-Doh, though. Let's see. Do they sell sporks anywhere? Where do fast places find them? They find them in heaven itself. You see, they've already basically permanently put themselves into hell, which allowed them to put together a sort of little pacts where they can go buy stuff directly from heaven itself. Because yeah, permanent horrible death for anyone that eats their food, basically. Like, it's funny because I was literally watching a show the other day where like somebody just goes and intentionally eats chicken nuggets till they end up hospitalizing themselves for some free healthcare. It's like, that seems harsh. But you know. Okay, it's right there. Continue searching every tile. But he's gonna cheer himself up and it'll be great. KFC has Taco Bell. Taco Bell used to. At this point, I think they just have regular forks because they've got some of those bowls that they used to have and everything. Like, honestly, their bowls used to be really good. Then again, you know, I was a weird kid who always ate weird things. Like, I will literally eat stuff that is practically charcoal. But you never know. Not a native English speaker, so people never tell me about sporks. So, oh, you don't know what a spork is? It's a spoon and a fork in one. It's amazing. It's probably an abomination against nature, but it's just an amazing one, you know? Right. Let's try this again. So those yellow tiles are exits, right? Oh wow, apparently these pictures are actually from the Prima guide. Wow. Let's see, one is the yellow mark potential exits since they must be searched for. Okay, so again, still not terribly useful, but okay. Dance. Should probably throw some carbuncle out there so we stop getting nuked. Exactly. Sporks are just fun. Basically, sporks are one of those amazing things that you generally only use while traveling. Because there's really no practical reason to... Well, actually, come to think of it, like, if I could eat with a spork all the time, I totally would. But for some reason, we keep both spoons and forks. It feels excessive. Spork life. Gotta have that spork life. No! This guy's annoying. This guy is a pain. Anywho. Got carbunkled. And I guess let's just go pop this guy a couple times. Okay, that was a weird noise. Now, what tiles haven't we searched yet? Like, I feel like this mechanic in general just could have been so much better. They're just an American thing. I would have figured they came from Switzerland, if anything. Because they're basically a Swiss Army knife of utensils. I've actually seen some that had a butter knife built into the back of the thing. So it's basically a, like, sprife at that point. It's just the only utensil you'd ever need. We are clever and dumb. That's the way to do it, though. Aw, it paused for a second. I thought we were done here. I gotta look for that last tile. Okay, see you, Nebel. Have a good one. Only seen them in certain restaurants. Yeah, pretty much just fast food. Like, at this point, the only one I can think of off the top of my head would be KFC. It's just typically it's anybody that sells bowls because they don't want to keep both spoons and forks around for whoever prefers to have different things. So they just keep a spork around. It's convenient. Yeah, that guy has a crapload of MP. I think he's probably finally done, though. I like to think that they're all just sitting around like, okay, are you done? Are you done? Because we're trying to find a friggin' door here that's in the ground for some reason, and also makes us go up, you know? Because it's a lighthouse that's going vertically, except it's also going downward, because don't question it. And it's also a lighthouse that is apparently a building that is also made of dirt and stone that goes downwards. Again, just don't question it. It's fine. Zodiac costs 99? Maybe. I think I've already checked this tile. Harm aim. I can't harm aim. It's a cave. You're going deeper into the cave. But then why'd they tell us about the light tower? Or actually, you know what, come to think of it, it's probably like the Shadow Tower. Which, speaking of, totally want to do a run of Shadow Tower, because I basically soft-locked my save for, like, I was doing my very first run of that game and soft-locked it, because I'm an idiot. Because I tried to break the game in a way that I shouldn't have, and wound up in... It just didn't work out, let's put it that way. Oh, you fool, you've just nuked yourself, I think. Or not, okay. Either way, we're done with all that. He has no MP left. And now we go searching tile by tile because this is a great mechanic. Guy must have half MP? Very well it might. Like, this guy is basically the 1000 MG of wizards. Yeah, there we go. And he's apparently doing some weird D&D cosplay crap because, Look at his outfit. Anyway, back on track. Hello again, Mr. Nibbles. If anybody knows a better way to find the exits, please tell me, because these maps do not help whatsoever. Actually, let's just try looking for this one specifically. This one's what, Voyage? Where is exit? Okay. There we go. Somebody else made a map. Baller. So where is the exit here? Possible enemy groups, starting positions. Yeah, good to... Oh! Oh! Okay, so... Let's see here. Hang on. Okay, so it drops off here. Really? Even this map's wrong? Whatever. Okay, closest potential exit is, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 6. Okay, so right here, potentially. And I think I'm just going to have these two lock him in place so that nothing happens. Use the GameFAQs maps, it's ASCII. Yeah, there's a guy that made like a little graph-looking situation here. Okay, yeah, there we go. Now we can see what's going on here. So, weirdly enough, in his graph... Actually, yeah, there we go. That's the one he was talking about. So, one of them's right here. We already looked at that one. There's apparently 2 right here. The other map only showed 1 from the Prima guide. So thanks, Prima. The other one's right here, which I'm pretty sure we looked at, but we can double check. And then the other one is here, I guess. Right? No, wait. Here. You lie! I don't know, there's something that I always really appreciate when game guides that were all official and crap from back in the day get stuff completely wrong. Like, seriously, it mentions only 2 of these 5 in the guide. Okay, so... in theory, one of them's right here. Not right here, but the other tower nearby it. So right here. Oh, somebody's about to have a bad day. And that somebody is you. Yes, that somebody is you. We'll go detach Rad from the ceiling upon leaving, hopefully. He's just gone. So you probably asked this already, but did you make it so items won't turn into something else if you fail a low braid check? What? Really? See, there's a priest, 3 dancers. Ooh, I want to see that. Want to see that real good. That's on this floor, right? Voyage? Alright, first things first. Let's go learn some new songs. Hopefully all of them. Because I have a feeling she's probably already maxed out the class. Or not. You know, I almost want to do that, actually. Because she's already regenerating the entire time, so if she potentially turns into an absolute juggernaut... Yeah, lowering physical attack probably really handy. To make Rafa's Brave as low as possible, save and pray for good RNG. Yeah, I never really cared for that kind of stuff. Like, usually I love having different randomness and stuff like that to the game. Like, if it was a game with an Iron Man mode or something like that, where you absolutely had to stick with that first roll, and it didn't matter, and you got a ton of interesting new stuff every time, that'd be one thing, but, you know. Like, for example, in March of the Black Queen, that mess was amazing. It randomized every item in the game, and it worked out great. And I have a feeling like they've tried some different variant with different rules and never quite worked out. I feel like I should change this guy's job. Actually, hang on. I wonder if the Sage can do the same stuff he can already do. So, Dispel, already useful. Mighty Guard, very useful. Quick, yes. Full Cure, very yes. Zuna, yep. Ultima Dark. You know what? I think I'm going to switch him over to Sage. For that matter, why don't I just give him Sage abilities? Oh, it's 9,909. Does it? Yeah, we're gonna go max out Sage, I think. Changes Durlum class? What? Oh wow, he really does have 9999. The man simply must sing. There we go. So plus 17, that should give a good bit more regen. Like, I know it's the fastest way to get JP, it always was, but dang. Didn't expect it to be that nuts. Also, you need a new hat, because some dickhead came and broke it. Colors in the atmosphere really bright? Yep. It's specifically, because I believe they were actually specifically trying to contrast the tone of Tactics Ogre. Because again, this was specifically supposed to be episode 8 at some point, and then wound up not being that. Though to be fair, like a lot of the settings do look pretty nice. Like comparatively, this does look pretty bright. I mean, if you really want to see bright and cheery in a surprisingly bleak scenario, look up March of the Black Queen, which I do runs of sometimes too. That mess is nuts. Okay. Let's go ahead and save state real quick. I'm sure I'm forgetting something very important. What am I forgetting? Actually, something that cracks me up here, right? So previously, he looked like one of the singers from Blind Guardian. Now he kind of looks like the head singer of Sabaton. Alright. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. Screw it. Wait a minute. I just noticed something. Noticed something real good. One of you, I'm sure, can become a bard. Or not. You know, that works too. Or is the second to last one? Okay. I was gonna say it would be pretty awesome to have 2 bards. It's like, as soon as we need to go into recovery mode, just get multiple singing the HP song at one time. Suddenly everyone's regenerating like friggin' 800 health a turn. Wait, did I go to the wrong one? I think I went to the wrong one. Let's try that again. It's okay, you saw nothing. But yeah, no matter what, nothing will ever be as overpowered as there's like blue mage summoners in what's it? FFT 2. Or blue mage illusionists, what am I saying? For anyone that's potentially not seen the utter amazingness that is that combination, basically FFTA 2 kind of expands on a lot of stuff that this game tried. Let's see. If you had 2 mimes and 3 dancers, you get 9 dances a turn. This is also true. Might be an idea. But no. So actually, that would basically just be some Risk of Rain crap at that point. Oh man, you know, I'm gonna try that out later because I want to see how good that is now. But no, so it. Oh, is this the fight? Because that's new. At least I think it is. But no, so yeah, the combination of illusionist plus a blue mage there basically just means you get frenzy attacks, which means that you can essentially like you hit every single thing on the map without fail, plus get a melee attack off on them. This isn't the fight, but lose. Okay. Do you have any console? Yes, I do. I have several consoles. Let's see. Besides just about every friggin' Game Boy in existence, we got PSP, Vita, 3DS, PS3 I technically sold yesterday, PS4, that's it. Yeah, there we go. That was a less extensive list than I originally anticipated. Lowest physical attack. I feel like lowering magic attack might be amazing here, so we're gonna go start her off on that. Also, I can't help but notice that Ultima, despite being a chick, kind of looks like a little choir boy. Sold the PS3? Yes, I did. Oh yeah, PS2 as well. This is true. I do have the PS2 and PS1 as well. Basically, the PS3 was never getting used. As far as PS3 stuff, everything that I played on it, I also have on PC, and everything that would be unique to it, I guess if you guys are interested in buying for cheap, I don't know. Funnily enough, most of it is FromSoft stuff. Like the only thing that I'm kind of regretting about all that is that I'm never going to be able to finish a 3D dot game, but oh well. Such is life. Can't have everything. Do too well. Jump. Armor Core 4 and 5, this is true. Still have those there. I mean, technically speaking, I still have an old chunky PS3, so there's always the possibility that that'll be a thing. But yeah, I mean, basically 4 and 4 answer I have 100%ed before. 5 was alright, but I'm not like amazingly overwhelmed by it. And then Verdict Day was awesome, but again, I've basically gone through everything on it, so not too fussed. Overall, I'd say it's pretty alright. Like, as far as multiplayer goes, I mean, it's fun, it's unique. It sounds like at some point stuff will be working, and we'll see. We'll see. She's still trying. See, if you had a PS3 and Hardcore FA, we could have played together, even though you didn't sell it, would have been a far dream. And yeah, it's just I don't ever have time for that anymore. And yes, I know that's rich coming from somebody currently sitting on a stream here, but there's a reason for that. Actually, wait, you hit everybody but the counter magic. Oh, dang it. But no, the reason is that this might potentially grow into something else over time. You know, I can do other stuff while I'm doing it, and still watch the kids while doing so, etc. Please tell me I get a turn before they completely wipe the floor with everybody, because I'm pretty sure we're about to get completely nuked. There's lots like 1,200 incoming damage. Whoa. Thanks for the heal. Ooh. What a shame. Well, actually, Procow, if you do end up getting a PS3, I do have a copy of FA for you. Technically, I've got 2 copies of it. 4 is the only one that I didn't have a copy of. Oh, you made a mistake. And PS2 and PS4, yeah, kind of skipped one. But yeah, so I guess technically all the PS3 games that I won't be playing, I technically have available for sale if anyone's interested. Right, there we go. That one's gone. I'm not sure that this dance will really help out very much, but we'll see. Good. Got some quicks. Get out of here with that nonsense. Make it pot on you. Probably shouldn't have gone for an elixir. Don't care. You should be alright. I never realized that one was techno. We'll see if that does very much. But yeah, he does really good armor core runs. Please stop with all those. Come on, counter it. You know you want to counter it. Ah. Alright, what kind of stuff can we do here? And then 9. Yeah, I think we want to go for a full cure. Actually, no, we might as well just go for... No, go for a full cure. It's actually technically possible to play online. It just requires a lot more investment than it's worth. However, you can play online via PC. Just emulate that crap. Wait a minute. There was an ability. Was it the ability in this that you can share overflow health with everybody else? Because I'm seeing something that sounds like a real good idea right now. That wasn't this, right? Distribute? Yeah, there we go. Like, I was thinking for a second, like, I know I've heard that somewhere. Was it this game? Alright. I'm gonna drop Fairy here, because I'm pretty sure we're gonna see some KOs. Probably not of those characters, though. start going for that. Gaming PC is a far, far away dream. Depends. I mean, technically I'm broke as hell, and technically have one because basically I just picked one up on sale after, like after the Christmas dump after everything that had happened. So I found a pretty decent one for like $300, and that's actually the one I'm still using. Then my wife got me an updated one for work that doesn't have the weird random lag issues. Alrighty. Alright. Go for this guy because she's not going down. This guy is though. And then we can just probably go ahead and interrupt you. This is by far the most mileage I've gotten out of a basic ability in a long time. Okay, you know what? That opinion will absolutely change when you grow up, man. It may be seen as a, like, oh man, they're living with their parents, hard. Dude, it's amazing, okay? It is absolutely amazing for that to be an option. Oh, he's dead. Oh. What an extreme disappointment. Okay, Dark Holy does nothing. Ultima does something. Yeah, I technically worked alongside my mother for a long time. And, well, long story short, she stole my identity, and I ultimately wound up just kind of off on, well, almost on my own. Probably if it wasn't for my wife, I would have wound up homeless. But yeah, wound up completely penniless in a town I didn't know, and yeah, just kind of rebuilt a business from scratch, and then kept going from there. Basically got a dad that lives on the other end of the world, and I have a mother that is a complete and utter psychopathic nightmare. So much so that, yeah, still regular nightmares show up of them suddenly conniving everything in the world to suddenly be around them again. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Being 18 plus has some advantages, yes, but it has a lot of disadvantages too. Like, a lot. As in, you end up looking back at your 15 or so years, like, man, what the hell was I worrying about? That was the good stuff. Didn't have to worry about bills, didn't have to worry about time, didn't have to worry about, like, a single mistake completely screwing everything. Didn't have to worry about some random event causing your finances to go into complete disarray. Didn't have to worry about, like, you say one wrong thing in one place, and suddenly you have an issue of some description, which, to be fair, I guess I personally haven't seen that one, but still. I know. I'm sure you know. It's pretty regularly known. I'm just saying. It's pretty amazing to not have to worry about bills. Like, unreasonably amazing. Living on your own, yeah, that self-sufficient part, that's the thing. Because pretty much everything is more or less balanced around the idea of nobody being able to get self-sufficient unless they are a massive, like, either really lucky or just a massive douchebag. So, yeah. Like, it all just depends, though. It all depends on the situation. Like Cerabow said, if you've got a setup for yourself, like, if you had a chance to set up and everything, you're probably going to be good. You're probably going to have an awesome time. If you have, like, if you wind up completely screwed, then you're gonna have a different opinion on it. If you wind up, with something in between, who knows? But it all depends. It's like everything else. It's just random. That crap is random as hell. Let's go for. Yeah, I'll probably go for Disillusion a whole bunch. Keep reducing that. And yeah, also bills will depend on where you are. Like, I mean, hell, I've had some months where it's like rent's $1,400 because the extra fees got added, or you know, like electricity couldn't be paid due to some weird shenanigans, and suddenly it's like $400 the following month, or same thing with gas through winter, or like just over and over and over. You'll see stuff like that. It's like, just let me have a break. Talk with some Russian characters. Okay then. Go all hammer time for a little bit here. Luckily, they're only using single targets by the looks of it. I say as everybody gets wiped. Beautiful. Part of the trick is not to live outside your means. Yeah, it really is. I mean, sometimes you can't help it, and in that case you gotta pull out some real shenanigans to make it, but yeah. That's the long and short of it for the most part. Please don't insta-kill. Poison Berserk Oil. Beautiful. It's cool, I didn't want to turn anyway. Although he's probably gonna hit like a truck now. Or no, Berserk doesn't boost attack power. Ooh. Yeah, he just did like 900 damage in a single attack. There we go. I mean, it's technically still recoverable. She can only attack one at a time. It's just if she takes Starch out, then we have a problem. If she takes out Thermidor, it's actually still doable. This guy in the back there isn't even doing anything. Oh, never realized she double attacks. I mean, if this one doesn't happen, it's fine. This guy can't die. Although I don't know if he actually has a countdown either. Let's get you up. It's unfortunate that he just had his turn, though. Wow. Never mind. That's RIP, because the 80% decided to fail 3 times in a single fight. Oh, he won't get back up? Well, thanks for that advice, Jays. Yeah, in that case, it's completely pointless. I'd rather just have him be immune to magic. Yeah. So, you know, it's immortality at the cost of being a slug. Take that as you will. So you just want to see how the dancers do then, before moving on? Okay, well, we got this one again. Let's see what happens. Oh, wow. that sucky X Division run from yesterday got muted. That's unfortunate right there. Oh well. Such is life, I suppose. Maximilian Thermidor. Exactly, exactly. That's why I was originally going to give him the Maximilian. It's mostly because of his name. He's like, he's hilariously bad at deception, I have to say. Like, I kind of love it, to be honest. Hang on here. Their triple attack, does it use MA or PA? Because I think it's MA. Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing already. Okay, physical, brave, and... Okay, so he's got both. Just, I don't know, I really don't think they need as many things as they do. Like, I understand they're a Hydra and everything, and, you know, it's cool for them to have so many things. It's just the quick ability doesn't... Give him a blade base next in the hill and stick. I don't know about that. I mean, doing a blade run of For Answer was pretty easy, I thought. And that's mostly because you locked onto anything and just like flew 3 miles to go slash him in the face. I guess it depended on your FCS setup, but still. But yeah, no, as far as the whole bad deception thing, so if you've never played For Answer, the funny part is that he's a guy that's supposedly killed off partway through the story. And they're just like, oh man, look, here's this Thermidor guy. He's such a cool guy and totally not related at all to, what is it, I think it's Darva, that's his original name. Like, he just happens to have the pretty much exact same logo and also happens to pilot the exact same AC. Like, was that supposed to trick somebody, or, or what? It's like, I think he just changes the color scheme slightly. It's like, quick, I painted it slightly blue, it's not black anymore. Totally different guy, 110%. And it's not like they're like an unknown chuckle somebody whatever either. They're literally like the head of the arena and the top ranking guy, and they're like, nope, he just fell into the water, I guess. Yep, never seeing them again. They literally got killed off in a way that is mechanically impossible in the game. Not the falling in the water. I just mean he gets shot in the boosters, which never happens. Which would have been a cool thing. Probably would have been amazingly grief-worthy if they allowed that multiplayer, but, you know. Because you just know everybody would do that all the time. It's like putting on glasses. Yeah, pretty much. I wonder if it was meant to be a Superman joke now that I think about it. Now, the one thing I can think of for actually pulling this off, because it seems a little unlikely, you put him here, have him dance like a madman, go for Nameless Song. No, go for Last Song, because that way you can just get a ton of free turns. Favorite ending, the good, the bad, or the secret one? Personally, I think the canon would probably be the Arteria Carpals one. Like, I had that in the theory video as well, but it's just the one that makes the most sense. Like, granted, it's kind of assumed that all the arcs end up falling down eventually anyway. But, it's just the one that kind of makes the most sense, because then you suddenly have this, like, one random character that's ridiculously overpowered. Hang on, I covered it in that theory video. I'm trying to remember exactly how that was all... Because you basically needed everybody to be gone. There needed to be complete chaos in order for 5 to happen. Because in 5, they basically confirmed that all the Arms Force fights happened. So it couldn't have been the good ending or whatever else. Like, just because the arcs are already in the ground, everything's polluted to all hell, so it's not like it didn't happen. All the Arms Forts are pretty much completely destroyed, and then somebody was salvaging them and pulling them out from underground. So presumably they had a hell of a lot more already built. But then they were just essentially rebuilding them and shoving them in storage. So they had, like, all these different prototypes and everything else. Which is how, if you've never played Verdict Day, kind of spoilers here, but it's how it ends. Like, at the very end of the story, you fight one of the prototypes, which is one of the nexts from For Answer. It's like a really edgelord version of one. And, basically, you beat the last boss, and the guy that was ordering him around is still there. He's like, just so you know, like we're gonna keep coming. We've got an endless amount of these things. They're like, well, I guess we'll keep fighting, and then the multiplayer is pretty much you're fighting all kinds of super bosses and other stuff in the middle of corporate warfare. So it's just assumed that you know you eventually lost. Like everyone eventually went underground or something else. So I like it. As far as endings go, it's fitting. I kind of feel like that ability right there only needs maybe 2 or 3 attacks. Because 4, considering how much damage it does, feels really oppressive, actually. They're inaccurate, granted, but still. Alright, he gets Dragon Spirit. I have Dude Guy get rid of it. See, AC2 series is canonic with the ending of Max Thermidor. What? Hang on, how do you figure? Because yeah, by the way, Nibble, have you seen the theory video? Like I know there's a couple of them. I put out a theory video almost 2 years ago now, going over that exact thing and like the stuff from the different games and whatever. Wait, Dark Whisper is weaker? Didn't think it was. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, let's temporarily put that on hold to get some fairy out there. But anyway, the general theory that I had in mind as far as the overall plot of the games was just you start off with 4, then by 5, all nations had basically fallen apart, corporations took over, or rather by 4 Answer, and then by the end of 4 Answer, all of the like sky stuff fell apart, all the arms force fell apart, at which point you get 5, where everything's just a massive hellscape. And by the way, I should point out that as far as connections go, 5th generation is pretty much one of the only times that they directly connected to a previous one. So, for example, you had AC2 connecting to Master of Arena, and then you had Verdict Day that was connected to 4 Answer. So, because you specifically refight some of those same enemies, not to mention you see the wreck of the Mother Will, you see the Exusia come back, you see all kinds of stuff. Let's go for some different stuff here. Sure. But yeah, so it seemed like, yeah, then after Verdict Day, you basically get everything completely falling apart, which matches pretty well with the start of AC1, which then goes into Phantasma, then into Master of Arena, which then could potentially split off in 2 different directions, because I felt like that was kind of where the split happened, because you had 2 different computers, and essentially they did different things. So arguably, 1 and 1st gen and 3rd gen were arguably 2 different universes. But either way. That's just kind of my theory on it. Let's do some of this thing where we actually line some stuff up and whatever. Right. You need to go ice this chicken. But yeah. Mr. Cow is the guy you ask about AC2. Dude. Kind of tempted to just go to the other fight, because I do feel like this one does need a bit of a nerf. Like, the amount of, just the amount of everything that they get is a bit much. Because they can re-raise, so you can't really kill them off without spending an extra turn to get rid of their re-raise. They've got enough health to be able to constantly proc said re-raise. It seems like they've got the stats. I'm not sure if Faith and Brave are randomized, but still, 60% chance to basically just survive whatever anyway. Can be kind of canonic in different universes. Yeah, true. Could be that as well. Get rid of his re-raise. I mean, more than likely, we'll probably never get a confirmation as far as the overall story. they pretty much never do that kind of thing. See, maybe get rid of the yellow ones so only birds can revive. Yeah, that'd be nice. Because it's just they're really, really beefy. They've got strong recovery and they've got really strong attacks. So kind of stuck there trying to do everything at once. Although, wait a minute. Do you mean the orange ones? Because the orange ones can revive too. Plus, on top of that, because they end up spamming quick on their very first turn, they all get on you at the same time. Well, I mean, you tried, Mr. Dragon. You tried. Orange/yellow? Okay. So yeah, they revive. They don't revive. Go smush a chicken, I think. And then if he goes down, friggin' rip, because there's no way to revive him. Do you remember by chance which class has MA up as its reaction? Man, these guys hit like crazy. Bard has MA up? There's no way to transfer MA up to a dancer, right? I mostly just ask because she's mostly sitting and regenerating most of the time. And if I could give her MA up, then she'd be able to come back and essentially use summons despite the fact that her build doesn't quite work with that. Could put MA up on dancers and P up on bards in addition to what they have. Well, I mean, it might work. The reason that I'm asking is because it basically would allow them to cover their potential weaknesses, you know? Like, the thing with a bard is because they don't end up... Well, I guess they could come back as a caster. I mean, the bard doesn't really need it, but with the dancer, they're already like doing the whole physical thing and everything else. PA up obviously will make them better at their job, but if you, for example, want them to come back and suddenly have one turn where, you know, they do a big AoE and then go back to dancing, that'd be really handy. But, oh well. Let's just get that guy out of the fight for now. Go for some last song, since it probably will be his last song in this particular universe. Yeah, and we still can't finish off that dragon without proccing another revive. Actually, wait, don't act prevents it from proccing, so we can go and beat down this guy. Please don't. I need to get a shield on her. I do have a shield on her. It doesn't have physical evasion. She won't have physical evasion because she's dancing anyway. Whatever. Come on, miss, please. Hey, guess what? Guess what exists? Bridges. Bridges exist. I think I need to make that text yellow or something. It's hard to tell that it says bridges. That's not Zeus. That's Hugo. So, honestly, he's a bit of an inside joke. He's from Ogre Battle 64. It's just inexplicably there. You get this strategist guy that's always in the background. It's like before every fight, he's giving you your briefing and everything, and the guy always points out all the bridges on the map. It's like, why are you pointing out all these bridges? Like, just bridges, man, bridges. So, anywho, oh well, I don't know what you were here for, man. It's like almost like I'm bad at this whole streaming thing. There we go. Okay, get nuked. Sure would like a turn today, but they've got quick pretty much permanently. Oh, when he gets a free revive. Oh, when he disappears during that revive. Hey, that's a potential fix right there. And I guess we can do this whole thing where we down, and then we do that, and stuff happens. And then eventually we can get enough time to do a single attack before we're all completely dead. You know what? Screw it now. That one we're going to leave for the moment, because it does... We're just going to do the dancer fight. I want to do the dancer fight. I'm sure it's technically winnable. I'm sure with enough potential counter magic-y type shenanigans it's possible, but it's really kind of around 1.3 territory there right now. So I'd really rather just get on with testing different fights. For the moment anyway. And by the way, I'm aware that the Hugo little pinged emote thing looks like garbage right now. I'll take out the background stuff and do more bridges and whatever else on it later. Maybe I can... Nope, that's wizards. It's mostly because I've got like 45 minutes left, so I just want to make sure to be able to test the things that we want to test. Come on, voyage. Let's get those dancing voyages. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. So, given that we actually have a numerical advantage for once, I'm assuming we're... Oh boy. What have you done here, Cerabow? Whoa. Okay, they're level 72. I haven't been paying attention to the levels up to this point, but... God dang. Okay, so aside from a 20 level advantage, what are we looking at here? Alright, extraordinary amounts of speed, because they've got, I believe, a total of +3 if the Barrette gives anything. No, that's just Fizz 1. Okay, well, practically immune to debuffs for this check. Wait, absorbs blood. Does it actually? And insta-kill knife. You've got a similar type situation, so either way, immune to debuffs for the most part. They're assassins, not dancers. And a Kashashua. And then a priest. Although she doesn't. No. She still has that attack stuff. Okay, whatever. We'll figure this out. We're gonna go Wisnabius though. Get a little bit of that damage crackling on. But yeah, I technically still have a PS3. It's an old chunky one that I need to do a reball for. I have no idea how to do that with my current equipment. I mean, I guess technically I have a soldering iron that I could figure it out, but it's a big old bucket of I don't really know what I'm doing with it. So, who knows? Why do you have re-raise? I thought I fixed this. Oh well, whatever. We're in it now. Get them jumps in. Nope, that sniper focus. Okay, I was just asking to everybody. Wait, what? Oh. Oh. Now, since we already have re-raise... Oh, you Mighty Guarded. Even though you've already got like 2/3 of a Mighty Guard on you. Oh well. It's kind of an extra one for the hell of it. No, I don't know why I didn't realize that it is an AoE ability, and no, I don't know why I didn't select him. We'll just assume I'm dumb. That's fine. Either way, we've got the numbers. Aside from the insta-kill moves, we should be okay. And the thing is, all I need is for them to get close, get hit with a couple moves in order to get them down into kill range for my 2 heavy hitters, and then we're fine. Unless they've got some mass murder move, which they probably do. Yeah, you know what's funny? That Xenonauts thing that got muted, apparently it got muted because of the, because of the, diff theta mouse on there. That's dumb. That's seriously dumb that other companies can now claim work for artists that are dead hundreds of years ago. Yeah, I'm gonna see if that causes any issues. Like, it's seriously dumb, because it's not like they, you know, potentially gave any kind of permissions to them to use it. Like, their estates and everything else are more than likely all gone anyway. And then some other group came by and like, no, we're the real estate now. Would be nice if this thing affected charging a bit better. Gotta meet for a meeting. If you have any important thoughts, keep them in mind. Let's go back or Discord. Okay. You got it. Yeah, have yourself a good meeting, sir. Come on, get countered. Get countered. Yep. Get wrecked. That needs to be clipped. If anybody's free to clip that, please. Yeah, and then there was one. I'm not even worried about the last one. Goodbye. Yeah, I don't know, Cerabow. That was pretty easy. Alright, and then at this point we can probably just drop a similar thing on you. You know very well the I've gone out very quick. It might have, but oh man. Yeah. I can't hear you over the sound of how much it didn't. Ah, that was amazing. Stop rocking damage split. Alright, come on, somebody just run up and attack her. She's gonna try to go for the revive. Yep, there we go. Come on, somebody. Anytime now. Anytime now. Mega pot on you. Just for safety. Then we're probably gonna have to beat the hell out of that one. Come on. Alright, there we go. That's basically checkmate right there. And I hope you like Ultima. Rip. And yeah, now she has to approach in order to get within range, and now she's just gonna get squished. That's it. GG. I've still yet to see how exactly these hammers are supposed to be dropping off in power, because they're not dropping off very much. And you know, truth be told, I think I'm probably okay with Rad taking faster turns at the cost of not being able to revive. Not to mention the whole immortality thing. Roar! Alright, another one with demons in it. Fun. Dirk Durgan. Are we really doing this again? Another one where they're getting insta-casts. Yeah, I'm sorry, that's bullcrap. No? No, I gotta reset in order to get the save back. Hold on. Going really well for the kids today? Oh, well, no, they're taking a nap at the moment. That's the thing with kids. They take naps. But yeah, Cerabow. So, yeah, that Dark Dragon fight in horror, that mess was bullcrap. It just basically frogged the entire team immediately without even getting a chance to do anything. I'm gonna go ahead and call bullcrap on that. Like, I really don't think that thing needs frog bio is what I'm getting at. Yes, he frogged the entire team. What did he use? Frog bio. He just basically, he walked forward, started casting. I started trying to set up a carbuncle, but he got a one-turn cast. Or a two-turn cast, rather. Move a little farther away? Yeah, that would definitely be nice. It's like, I don't mind it as far as being a thing there, but yeah, no, like, literally all that was left was the chemist. Like, even best case scenario, he gets one person back, they get another person back, by which point they're just completely overwhelmed. There's no chance to do anything else there. Ooh. Okay. Poor samurai, apparently. Poor samurai and this guy, the Arc Knight, aka the the San Francisco samurai. All right. I know that probably won't do very much, but it doesn't feel like she can do very much here. Restore her business, steal with this guy because he's out by himself. So if this one's a quick one, then good. Wow, never mind. He's got health for days, or defense for days. He's got defense up or something? He's just got a lot of defense, I guess. Stab. Yep, annoying, but whatever. Alright, let's take a quick look at this map here. So we've got potential exits at North, South, and Dennis over here. Here is apparently one of the exits. Let's see. Did build on ACFA, they can fly for really long periods. Sounds like ACFA then. Okay, 229. Alright, that wasn't the exit. But yeah, FA was probably the epitome of being able to build designs that were both functional and look real good. Like, I think 3rd gen was probably still my favorite as far as overall aesthetics, but still. FA was one of those ones where you could pretty consistently just make something look good, and then you could make it function well secondarily. Rude. Dang it. This guy's real tanky, like a turtle. Also, I guess I kind of need that fly ability on her, because she's a little bit worthless here. So do you like that your kids will play as well as you did so far? I mean, hell, my daughter's already showing signs of that. She's already figured out to use the PS4, and she's only 2. Like, I mean, their mom plays, I play, so... I don't know why I'm saying as their mom, I mean, my wife, obviously, but still. Yes, we found the exit. Of course, 84%, might as well be 0. I mean, realistically, just whatever makes them happy, go for it. Like the whole thing, like, oh, it's a way of life, you gotta convince somebody to do it thing. Just let your kids do what they want to do. Forcing stuff doesn't wind up well for anybody. Okay, that one's Zelda music. Oh, yes. Got disabling moves. But yeah, she literally has nothing that she can do here. Everything's either a 3 or a 2 tile around this area. Well, I mean, mine didn't either. It is what it is. There's still a relatively recent phenomenon, so... I wonder if I can use a throw rock to maybe push her down. Yeah, of course it is. Actually... Yeah, no, the kiddos are actually starting to get up here, so speaking of, I gotta get going here. So, anyway, you guys have yourself a good one. I will possibly see you tomorrow. And, yeah, take care.